I spoke today about the 5 enduring challenges that we face, the ones that will still be there in 2020. The first of those is the economic challenge. We know that we are post the credit crunch in the deepest and longest recession we've seen for a considerable time, and growth will still be a key issue. Not just national growth, but local growth. To what extent are places providing local leadership to grow their economies and prosper? Second challenge, of course, the fiscal challenge. We know now that the task of tackling the deficit will go beyond this Parliament into the next Parliament. We know that for any government there'll be some incredibly difficult choices to make when they come to public spending. And to my mind, we'll have to think very hard on focusing on outcomes from that spending and not simply talking about the services themselves. Third challenge, one that's been there and still is there, the environmental challenge. Of course, the UK is not the biggest player in terms of its impact on the global warming issue. But we have a key leadership role, we have to adapt to climate change, and we have to crucially secure future energy supplies for the country. Fourth challenge that we have to focus on is the demographic challenge. And the issue here is not about us getting older. It's a good thing that we live longer. The issue is about health expectancy. To what extent is people's health improving and continuing alongside their longer life expectancy? And we know from the long-term projections by the OBR that unless we can come to terms with this issue and ensure that people stay healthier longer, costs are going to be very substantial indeed in every sense. And then finally, the issue of trust. And there are many debates about whether politicians and public administrators should focus on the issue of trust. But in my view, I think we should. I think recent years with the Jimmy Savile events, with the announcements around the Mid-Staffordshire Hospital, the report on the Mid-Staffordshire, all of these point to issues coming up around institutions that we have previously seen as and held in high regard and always taken for granted. And I think absence of trust will make it much harder to deliver the sort of fundamental changes we're going to need in the future. So focusing on reducing the gap between the governing and the governed is crucial.